Hello, everybody. This is Beth Worsdell, author, and welcome to the Witty Writers Show. It is a beautiful Thursday, and I am here with two fabulous guests. Amanda Skou, have I pronounced that right?
Yes, thank you.
And the superhero himself, little Joey. How are you, Joey?
Good.
And you are a recent birthday boy. That is fantastic. Everybody who's just joined us, please say hello. But this is Amanda and Joey, and Joey's recently had a birthday. He's now a big number 7. So happy birthday to you. Do you know, Joey, I've got 4 kids, and I drive my kids mad because I sing a specific song every time it's their birthday. Would you like me to sing it to you as you're a birthday boy?
That'd be cool.
Excuse my singing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Big number 7. That's fantastic. Did you enjoy your birthday? Oh, you did? That is fantastic. Now, we've got people joining us already, Amanda and Joey, so I'm going to pop them on the screen so you can say hello. We've got Leanna, who's in Australia. She says, good morning. It's actually morning. Morning her time, Joey, because it's the other side of the world. She says, and happy birthday to you, Joey. Look.
Tell her thank you.
Thank you.
That is so lovely. We've also got another author who's joined us, Josephine. She says good evening because she's in England. we get people joining us from all over the world. And
good morning. Good day.
Oh no, right. Josephine says happy birthday from the UK. Isn't that lovely?
Thank you.
Birthdays.
We have some lovely people joining us. We really, really do. And just so you know, Joey, we get, well, in the last 90 days, I am thrilled to say that our show has actually reached over 39,000 people.
Wow.
On Facebook alone. Yay! I might have to do a little mini party, Joey, when I get to like 40,000. I think that's absolutely amazing. Now, you have actually released a book together, haven't you? I think that's absolutely amazing. Now, I'm just going to, there's 2 more comments just popped up. I'm just going to quickly pop them up, look. So Heather just joined us, and she's hello and happy birthday to you, Joey.
Thank you.
And Leanna says it's her birthday on Sunday, April 4th.
Happy birthday, Leanna.
Happy birthday.
And we're actually doing this today on April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
I've done some tricks, but I thought, no, I will behave.
Actually, that you bring that up. He has one here. He wants to share a birthday treat with you.
Oh,
Open it up?
Yes.
Are you guys ready for it?
I'm ready.
Brown.
A brown. I hope I got this the right way. A brownie.
A brownie. Well done, Joey. That is awesome. I love it. You know, one of my children one day, 1 year, should I say, actually decorated my car without my knowledge in time for April Fools. And I went out to the garage, or garage as you call it, and all of a sudden I see my car and it's covered in Post-its all over.
Goodness.
The whole car, Joey, was covered in Post-its. I did giggle, I did laugh, and it took me forever to take them off. So the following year, I surprised my children by buying a load of googly eyes and stuck them on everything in the fridge. So when in the morning, when they got up for school and they went in the fridge to get their milk and cereal, everything in the fridge had googly eyes looking at them.
That's a good one. I'll have to remember that.
I love it. I love it. I love it. We've also got some more comments. Let's have a look. Leanna says, wow, that's amazing. I don't even know 10 people, let alone 30,000. Neither do I, Leanna. Neither do
Me
I.
either, Leanne. Leanna.
Francisco's joined us. He says, hi, everyone. Thank you for
Hello.
joining.
Hello.
And he says, congratulations. I think that's for both of us.
Yep.
That's great. And Leanna says, LOL, that's hilarious. Yes, it was. It was. And I don't know whether everyone's seen, but I shared a photograph of my puppy today, Poppy,
Aw.
because she's been a very naughty gal today.
Ooh.
You'll never guess what she did, Joey. She ate underwear from my laundry basket. Ate it. So I took a photograph and put a sign of fame on her. So you'll have to have a look at that later.
We will.
Now, getting back to you guys, this is super exciting because you, as I said, you've recently published a book together. Could you please hold it up and show us? It's wonderful. There we go. Look, superhero Joey. That is fantastic. And it must be absolutely wonderful that you actually got to do this wonderful book together. Now, I know writing a book initially wasn't your plan, Amanda. I believe you wanted to be an architect when you was younger.
Yeah. Well, I had lots of things.
Like
Essentially, a teacher was my biggest dream since I was young. And then I got into class, and an architect was one of my other dreams. Where'd you dig that up? Wow. And then, I went off to college to be a teacher and finished up the program, and then decided that my job at the college, I could make that a career, and went down that path for a long time, for 7 years, I believe. So
wow.
I did a whole bunch of different things at the college. Mostly it was with financial aid, so I was able to award and help students afford to go to school, and worked out plans for them. And then I got into the insurance world, and that's where I've been. And then Joey, I got a phone call from the school when he was in preschool saying that they thought he had seizures or something. And I'm like, what? I had heard of seizures at the time, but I didn't know. I mean, I've only known the big, it's called tonic-clonic ones, where they fall down and they shake on the ground, and, you see it in TV and stuff. But which is the ones that he had at the time. And so that's how it got us to know about epilepsy, and ran to the school, and we had to have an ambulance, and they had a little closing of the school so that all the kids had to stay, they called it a soft lockdown. So I felt crazy. Everything was going on. And then I was also 8 months pregnant with my now 2-year-old daughter. So
wow. So everything was happening all at once.
Yeah.
So Joey's epilepsy literally just came out of the blue?
It did for us, yes.
Wow.
Nobody on either side of my family had any knowledge of it, or anybody that had it. So we thought that was, just him, and we'd be done. And just last January, our other son now got diagnosed with epilepsy as well. So now we have 2. So we're...
I'm really shocked at that, because this shows my ignorance, because I don't know very much about epilepsy.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm so thrilled that you've actually written the book together, because it's so educational,
right,
for everybody. Because I think most of us know at least one person who has some form of epilepsy, but human nature, we don't go out of our way to actually find out all about it unless it affects us or our own immediate family. I never knew that epilepsy could just be sort of triggered by something or just come on. My nephew had, I think they call it petit miles.
Yeah, petite, or
yes, which is mild form, but he had it. He had it from sort of very young, and it wasn't a full seizure. He would space out, and his eyes would flicker, and then he'd be back. And that's
and now
for him.
Oh, I was going to say, and now they call that either a focal seizure. That means it's just located in one section of your brain. And then it just attacks that or triggers through that nerve ending. Or absence is probably what he had. That's where you kind of stare off into space. It's a petite, they call it petite mal, or and now it's absence. They've changed the name since, or absence, I think is how they pronounce it. Seizures, and he actually has both. At the absence, or I guess now lately they said it's focal. They've discovered it's more located in one area, and then they thought it was the absence, but they've changed it because when he was having the tonic-clonic seizures, it also affected more areas of the brain. And now they're realizing it's just in one area after medicine's kind of cleared up a lot of the seizure activity in his brain. So now
that is amazing. So was it triggered by something, or did it just sort of develop as he got older for both of the boys?
It's just, we're not exactly 100% certain. We're going to go through genetic testing now that there's two. Her doctor us to do that. And so next week, actually, they're going to spend a few days in the hospital, and we're going to get hopefully all that worked out and figured out. So, but right now we're not 100% certain. They just know it wasn't a fall because they do an MRI on both the boys had one of those, and it came back clear, so that's a good thing.
That's fantastic news, that is. I want to talk to Joe about it as well, but before I do, we've got some more comments, so I'm just going to pop them up. Leanna says googly eyes. She loves it. I know what she's going to be doing next year for her children. Beth Hildebrand, who's another author, says hello to you both.
Hi.
Leanna says, oh, that's amazing, Joey. Congratulations. So she's really impressed you published that with your mum. That is wonderful. Beth says, awesome. Look, you're impressing so many people, both of you. Look, this is fantastic.
Hello.
And Suzanne is saying hello as well. Beth says, oh, bless your heart. She's going through epilepsy. She is. And let's have a look. Oh, and she's sending hugs as well.
I'll give him a hug for you.
And Leanna says, oh my gosh, 2. She's so sorry. But I would imagine it's been a massive learning curve for both of you. Joey, how old was you? Do you know how old you was when you had, I know you said kindergarten. I'm not used to the American school. So do you remember how old you was when you had your first seizure?
You're almost 4. You're 3.
I was 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how was it for you, Joey? Did you find it quite scary when you first started having seizures?
I didn't even know what was going on. When I first saw the actually, I didn't even know what was going on when I saw my principal and my mom in.
So you must have come out of your seizure feeling very confused. Like, where did you come from?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think you're absolutely amazing for sharing your story with your mum and helping other children learn about their epilepsy, and also teaching the parents about epilepsy and what it's like for children, because I think that's super important. How have you found it affecting you when you're out and about playing and doing activities as all children do? Do you try and put it out of your mind, or is it always you thinking about it?
I always think about it.
Yeah. I've got to say, I think you are such an amazing little boy, and I think your brother probably is just as brave as you are. And I'm super excited because I'm hoping that your fabulous book is only the first one of many.
That's true. We're hoping to write a series of them. Yeah.
That is so exciting. So tell me about the book then, Amanda. I mean, what made you decide to actually do the book and help other children and other parents?
Well, originally, the reason I wrote the book, I just felt it was a calling from God to tell me to write this book and then share it with everybody. But also, I wanted it to be written in for doctors to give out to their patients, and then they can head and use that information for the parents. Because I know, coming from my experience with no knowledge whatsoever, and then I have to teach a 4-year-old all these big, huge words that are being said, that I wanted it to kind of break it down for parents to be able to teach their children, or so that they can understand what's going on. So the book is written for young kids, but adults can enjoy it too.
It's truly amazing. It really is. And I love the fact that you're able to create something that, as you said, medical people can use as a tool to help the children that are newly diagnosed and help the parents who have just found out that their children have epilepsy and everything. I think it's just absolutely amazing. Everybody who's watching, if you've got any questions with regards to epilepsy or this fabulous book, Superhero Joey, I love saying that, Joey, I've got to tell you. Honestly, I was half hoping you'd turn up with a cape. You might have
Spider-Man on his
jacket. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love that.
It's a girl.
That is awesome. It's his favorite.
I don't blame you. My son was actually watching Superman last night. Not Superman. Spider-Man. Sorry, world of my own. But if anybody's got any questions, please feel free to ask, because we would love to hear from you. Was it difficult writing a book about something so serious that was aimed at children and parents?
It was a little nerve-wracking, just making sure that I, was saying the right things and stuff. And then I had an editor at the time, so they helped me along with that. And but it kind of helped me research it and get to know more about it, so I'm comfortable around understanding it and being able to take care of my kids too. So
that's just amazing. It really is. And I would imagine, I mean, I haven't obviously haven't had to research it, but I would imagine there is so many groups globally who are support groups for children with epilepsy. And I honestly think your book is just going to go viral. I really, really do, because it's the illustrations are fantastic. The information on there is so important, but it's done in such a fun, educational way. Mm-hmm. I think it's just absolutely wonderful. Now, Joey, how did you feel when your mum suggested you do this book?
I felt great.
Was you super excited?
A little nervous at first. Because he didn't want people to know about his seizures. He's a little, because I think when he had the original tonic-clonic seizures in his preschool class, that, I mean, if you don't know about it, some kids could have gotten scared. I don't know. The parents in his class were great, and we were able to talk to quite a bit of them, and they said there wasn't anything scary or that they were scared about, but because he sat down, they said, and then he just kind of fell backwards like he was falling asleep or something. It's just kind of a gradual, which was at the first time is what I had heard from them. And so they were really helpful that way. But I would think it could be a scary thing if you don't know about it. But yeah, so he, I think, was worried about that, but now he's over it. Now he's excited to teach people. Now that he's understanding more of what's going on.
That's wonderful. And I think you're so brave, Joey. I really, really do. Do you know what? Most of the most successful and brave people in the world just went for it and decided, I am going to share my story because helping other people is more important. And I think you are both so wonderful for sharing such a strong message, and enabling parents and children to be less afraid of a medical condition. I really wish that there were more books like yours, especially for children, because I think children absorb so much information, don't they? And they're so accepting. And I'm sure that any teachers that read your book to their students will just absorb it straight away and have a really good understanding of what epilepsy is. And the fear of the unknown is gone.
Right.
You know, so maybe they should just be buying your books in bulk and just give it out to people. Just so you know, there we go.
I love your sales pitch. It's going to be my publicist.
It's one of those things, isn't it? I mean, can you imagine? I mean, obviously, you probably know the statistics better than I do. But can you imagine how many children in just one school have epilepsy in some shape or form?
Right. It's out there, but it's not quite as, abundant as you think. Or people are quiet about it. I don't know. Their school is kind of, they can't tell you because of personal reason, personal information.
But if they know that at least one student has it in the school, just reading a book about it without even declaring that there's a student in school that has it, at least it's a little bit of education. So if that child does have a seizure at some point during school, some of the students have a basic knowledge and are able to help, protect, and aid, and teachers come. So I think it's just fabulous. I think everybody should have a copy.
Epilepsy Group is doing a good job of reaching out into the school system. They're trying their hardest to get schools certified with somebody, at least a teacher or the school nurse, to know what to do in emergencies. So they're out there. I know our school is certified.
It's amazing. I tell you, it's fantastic. I honestly think this book is just going to keep, getting more and more viral and just keep being shared and everything. It's just wonderful. So what are your plans now? I mean, obviously you're going to keep pushing Superhero Joey, and I would love to see the cover again because it's so fabulous. Look at that. That is fantastic. Now, was your superhero Joey completely based on our Joey?
Yes.
That is so super cool, Joey. I have to tell you, I think that is awesome. And you are rocking the superhero outfit. You absolutely are. So do you have plans to do more books in the future?
I do. I want to, kind of go a little more in depth on specific kinds of seizures so that there's a child out there that can say, I have this seizure. There's a book about me, related to me so that they can relate to them.
Oh, I think that's absolutely
I don't want to give too much away.
I think that's a fabulous idea because, you said there's so many different variations of epilepsy and some obviously way more severe than others. I think that's a really nice thing because it's a big process for children, isn't it? To go through the confusion of why they have it. Because obviously anybody that has a medical condition all of a sudden thinks, why me? No matter how old you are. And then the adjustment period, you have to be, I would imagine you have to be a bit more cautious about your surroundings and what you're doing and everything else. I think it's wonderful that you're going to potentially do more books for other children. I really, really do. Because there's nothing worse than feeling alone with something.
Right.
Joey, I bet that must be absolutely amazing for you to have such amazing parents who have helped you so much learning about your epilepsy and you know, teaching you all about it, helping you discover all about it, and then helping you to help other children.
Yeah,
that is the most amazing thing ever. So tell me, Joey, what do you want to do when you grow up? Is it made you want to write books yourself? Yes. That's absolutely fantastic. Oh, I'm super excited now. I really, really, really am. We got some more comments, so I'm going to pop them up here.
Okay.
So Liz has joined us, and she says hello.
Hello.
We've also, Suzanne says, how well does medication treat the symptoms? Is this something they might grow out of, or is it permanent? That's a very good
question. That's great questions. The medication for Joey we have that I feel is under control. There's some activity that I've noticed at night with him, so we're going to get that checked out. But for most people, medication can treat their symptoms. And there's diets that they can do out there. There's also a surgery that they can do that will help. And a lot of people have said that have had them that they're very successful. This is in groups that I've been in about seizures and parents that are having, or parents of children with seizures. So that I've found on Facebook. And for Joey here, he possibly can outgrow it. Like if he just had the tonic-clonic, but he has 2 of them. And because the doctor told us, because it took him about a year to find the right cocktail, I call it, of seizure medicine to work on his all of his seizures, that of less chance that he could grow out of them. So, but as long as we keep them controlled by medication, he can live like a normal child and, you know, play sports. She said. We've had a couple of different doctors, and they both said he can play football, things like that. And that's one of the dreams that he wanted to do, is play football. So
now is that American football or English?
Sorry, that's right.
I have to check.
Although he likes soccer too, so
that's fantastic. Which is your favorite football team then, Joey?
Vikings.
We have to say that we're from Minnesota.
Lions.
Oh,
team.
The Jaguars.
Oh, you like quite a few then.
He likes it all.
And I can't forget. What's the last big cat team?
Oh, one of his favorite interests is cats, and like the wild cats, not just like not like a domestic cat, but a cat out in the wild. Oh. And leopards are his favorite. And so to celebrate the book and everything, he found this hat at a store that our book is getting sold in.
Oh, I love it.
He had to get that. So he wanted to show this to you guys too.
If I'd have known you was going to wear your beautiful, fantastic, flashy hat, I would have worn my leopard print scarf.
Oh.
I will wear it for our next one. I will wear it for our next one. Now, just a quick question, obviously, because as I said, obviously you are so much more knowledgeable than me. If you've got 2 children with the same types of epilepsy, I would imagine, can their symptoms be really different, or be big degrees in difference?
They're actually, both of them have different seizures. So they are controlled both by the same medication, which is, I mean, there's just so many medications that they give out. But both of them will probably have it their whole lives. His brother has what's called myofascial.
Myofascial?
No, not myofascial. Myoclonic. I'm sorry. Myoclonic seizures.
Right.
And so it affects a different area and different ways about it. And so and his is a lifetime seizure. He'll never grow out of it, unfortunately. There's different types of seizures, and then there's they group them together. If they have a group of seizures, and they're different, a whole bunch of different scenarios of what you can have with that. So
it's amazing. I tell you, it really amazes me how parents like yourself are just so dedicated, because you don't realize the lengths you will go for your children until you have to do it, I think.
right.
And I absolutely commend you for literally having to educate yourself and learning all about this. And I do completely understand the depths of how far you're willing to go. My sister has autistic children, 2 autistic boys, and my gosh, I remember the hours and hours and hours of research she did.
Oh yeah.
Because it is a case of trying to find the best doctors, the best medicines with the least amount of side effects, and you're constantly juggling, aren't you? So I absolutely think you're amazing. I really, really do. We've got some more comments and questions, so I'm going to pop them up. I hope that's all right. Let's have a look. We did that one. Oh, so Beth says, I will get a copy for my grandbabies. Oh, thank you, Beth. And Beth will definitely leave you an Amazon review as well, because she's very good like that. She's brilliant. Let's have a look. Okay, Suzanne says, awesome cover. Joey, great job on the book. I wish you both lots of luck with your writing career. That is,
thank you.
That is so lovely. And Heather says, I agree. You guys are so brave and fantastic. My daughter Gemma is 5 and watching as well, and she is in awe of you being a child author and thinks you will be great, like Mo Willems. That is her favourite author. Wow, what recommendation there, look. That is fantastic. And I bet Gemma likes your hat as well, Joey.
And Gemma, just to let you know that my daughter is also Gemma, but we spell it with a J instead of a G. So she's 2.
So cute.
Yeah, beautiful name.
Lovely. That is absolutely lovely. Lisa says, wow, a great achievement. Suzanne says she loves the hat. Exclamation mark. So she really loves it, Joey. Loves it. And Marcy's just joined us. She says, oh no, she's lovely. She is. She says, I had epilepsy as a child and was able to grow out of it in her 40s. So bless you. But I've got a question, Amanda. Obviously now, obviously Joey having epilepsy or suddenly getting epilepsy must have been a huge shock for all of you as a family. Having your younger son be diagnosed with it now as well, that must have been a double shock to you. How did you feel with both of them? I mean, are you now sort of on tender hooks praying that your daughter doesn't get it, or is the chance slim of her getting it?
I do hope that she doesn't have that. Although when my other son was, I was like, well, I know quite a bit about what to do. We've been down the road, so now I just gotta go through it again.
Yeah.
And I learned the first time around to have more patience the second time around with medications, and I was a mom that wanted to know answers, so I had asked the dumbest questions that I felt was dumb, and our doctor was fabulous. Our neurologist was fabulous in walking us through everything and every step of the way. I'd call the nurse line saying, is this a symptom? Is it, what's it look like? And they get back to me right away within a day or two, and they give me answers. And so they helped me through the whole situation the first time, because I hate not knowing what to expect or that type of thing. And so I was really on top of not just finding out as much as possible. And then that helped kind of with the book as well. So I went with what I knew and and did some research as well, and just kind of went from there and wrote the book. So
it's just amazing. It really, really is. It's the fear of the unknown, I think, isn't it? With any medical condition. I ended up with a medical condition after a car accident, and it was a huge learning curve. It really was. And I think as parents and as children, you go through so many different emotions. And I think many adults forget that children who are diagnosed with a life-changing illness, they go through the same processes as adults do. You know, why me? Feeling sorry for myself. Okay, starting to get used to the idea, and then learning to accept it, and then deciding to live your life and just be the new you with your new limitations or whatever. Children go through that same process, I think. And I think your children are so lucky to have such wonderful parents who are willing to help them sort of process those stages of acceptance, I suppose. I think sometimes it's harder for the parents than it is for the children.
I agree.
Children just bounce back from anything, don't they? I tell you, it just amazes me how strong children are, and sometimes they put us adults to shame, I think.
Especially this one.
I think that's absolutely wonderful. I really do. Let's have a look and see some more comments. Oh my gosh. Heather says, yes, Gemma does also love your hat.
What's your hat?
Thank you.
I thought she might. Wanda has joined us from the Writers Rock groups. She says, hello, ladies. Nice to meet other children's book authors. Pleased to meet you.
You too, Wanda.
Yeah, she's lovely. And she says, Beth, I'm loving the new hairstyle. I love you, Wanda.
It is cute.
I recently chopped all my hair off, Joey.
Wow.
Summer's coming. It's getting hot, so I need to cool down. Oh, and Flo loves my new hair as well. Thank you, darling. That you're awesome. So, how have you found the whole publishing process? I mean, it must have been super exciting for both of you, but did you decide how you wanted the illustrations and everything? Was it a joint decision?
No, I pretty much made the call on decisions. And so our illustrator was awesome, Kayla. If you're out there, thank you. She is, she asked a lot of questions. Ironically, we went through this whole process online because COVID hit even before I decided to start this. And so we couldn't get into meeting with each other. But so we did this all through email. And so she'd ask questions about how I felt or what I wanted and how I envisioned things. And then when I write the book, it's a whole different process than just writing a book because it's actually a comic. And so I learned that when you're writing a comic, you got to write it like it's ready for the movies. So you have to write out who says what and how and be very descriptive about it. And so was interesting and fun at the same time. I wrote the book and then I turned around and then I had to go back and through and do more detail. So
I never knew that. That was very interesting. That is very interesting. But that makes complete sense.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. And I think that's why your book's going to be so successful, because you have done it that way. I mean, it's so super engaging and fun and visual. I think all children are just going to absolutely love it. I really, really do. It's just wonderful. I can't wait for this whole pandemic to be over. So authors, you and I, and those who are watching and commenting and joining in, so we can get back out and actually meet people.
Right.
And, do books.
We got to get together sometime. I could use a trip out to California someday.
And Joey and the kids can meet my
boys could too. Yeah.
We could go down to the beach, Joey, and you can wear your hat and I'll wear my leopard.
Here you go.
Scarf. I think we'll look
But
fantastic.
it's actually a leopard cowboy hat.
I told him it could be a cowboy hat.
Love it. I absolutely love it. I might have to get one myself so we can match.
There you go.
We'll be like twinsies. We really, really do. Let's have a look. Wanda says, "Hi, Joey. You're a cute little fella."
Aw.
Aw.
Oh, it is so lovely. And Wanda is requesting to see your fabulous book again, please, because she had to join us a little bit late.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Oh my gosh, it's so lovely. Can we have a little look on the inside so everybody can see how it's laid out?
I'll just go to the middle. This is kind of a cool picture.
Crash.
That is
Crashes into the building.
Oh, okay.
Help, that says.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
It's very colorful.
It really is. Now, for everybody who's watching or watching later on when we've finished being live, Amanda and Joey have very kindly offered to do a giveaway of one of the paperback you just saw.
It's signed and everything.
That signed copy from Joey and Amanda. And if you would like a chance to win this beautiful, beautiful paperback, all you have to do is share the interview. So by sharing Amanda and Joey's interview, you will get an entry into winning this fabulous paperback. The more times you share, the more entries you will receive, and we will announce the winner next Thursday. So you've got a whole week. So share like mad, and you can have this wonderful, wonderful book. It is just awesome. I'm so super excited for you. Now, tell me, Joey, once all the pandemic and everything is over with, and we can all do normal things again, do you think you would like to do book signings and events with your mum?
Mm-hmm.
We have one coming up in May. My brother-in-law has a store, a tackle bait shop down in Iowa, and so they kind of have like an area that they have things in the city that people can come in and do like crafting and things like that. And so they're going to have us, and then another lady in their city is evidently wrote a book too. I didn't get details for that, but 2 of us are going to do signings. So, or 3 of us, I guess.
So exciting. Oh my gosh. You're going to have to post pictures of book signings so we can all see it, Joey, because we want to be signing all these books. That would be
sure he'll be wearing his hat.
That would be so cool. That would be absolutely awesome. Now, Joey, when you're not writing books with your fantastic mum, what books do you like to read yourself?
I like to read cat books.
Yeah, he brings home a book from the school library about cats every day, a different one. They help him out.
I actually pick them out.
That is fantastic. Do you know, my little sister, she is absolutely big cat mad as well, and she has loads of art and loads of things with big cats on. They're absolutely beautiful. So out of the big cats, I mean, what big cats we've got? We've got lions, tigers, cougars, leopards, pumas. Oh my gosh! So out of all these amazing, beautiful big cats, which is your favorite? Is it the leopard?
Yes, all of them.
Started off, went to a trip to the zoo, and he found the stuffed animal and he picked it out. So
Leppy, I named him Leppy Snowball.
That is the cutest name ever.
That's the cutest last name.
That actually came from this new movie that's out called Lena and Snowball.
And
It's a really good movie. He was glued to it, and he doesn't.
I movies like that. I'm a huge fan. I
cats.
love anything with cats in too. And I got to tell you, if there's a new Disney movie coming out or an animation one that I really like the look of, I will pretend I'm taking my daughter and I'm like, come on, let's go and watch this. I volunteer to take you. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely lovely. Wanda says a fabulous book.
Well, thank you.
Oh, she is so fantastic. She really, really is. It's just been amazing talking to you both. It really, really has. And I'm so super excited. I've actually shared all of your links. They're all attached to the author interview, so everybody can find your books. And your books are available direct from you and your website, and also on Amazon as well, which is absolutely fabulous. I was going to ask something and it's completely gone out of my head. What on earth was I going to say? See, this is what
all the time.
why my husband calls me Dory. Honestly, I would forget my head if it was.
That's sweet.
Oh, that was right. That was what I was going to say. So every time you hold that cover up, it's so beautiful and visual. I was just wondering, are you likely to do like T-shirts with Joey on?
I want to eventually get into some merchandising. Yeah.
That is
had it like a little doll with him. I thought it would be
cool. Gosh. That would be super cute. That would absolutely be fabulous. I can just imagine little kids having superheroes and stuff like that. That would be absolutely fabulous.
They can.
He said he wants to go get his stuffed animal. We'll be right back.
Oh my gosh, I would love to see it. My daughter has so many stuffed animals, it's getting out of control. There's like two in her bedroom. And her favorite is a narwhal. Oh my gosh, Joey, he's so cute.
He's very well loved.
Oh, I absolutely love that.
This goes everywhere. Hospital, if we go on a vacation, everywhere.
I know, and as parents, it's one more thing you have to make sure you leave with.
Yep, exactly.
Oh my gosh, that is super cute.
Our younger son's even worse. He has like 5 animals that he takes everywhere. So he's into dogs.
I think that's lovely. My daughter had a blanket, like a little baby duvet, and well, it went everywhere. I mean, it's the most well-traveled baby blanket in the world, I think, because it literally changed countries and everything. Everywhere we've gone, it's had to go with her. And it's fallen to bits, but she absolutely loves it.
It's like my baby blanket.
I love it. Wanda says, I just shared to several children's author book groups, so thank you.
Wanda.
It is so awesome. And Heather says, Gemma said she totally wants the doll and the shirt, and she loves his glasses. Gemma wears glasses too. She does. She absolutely rocks them. She really, really does. She's a beautiful little girl. Lisa says, oh, so she loves the stuffed animal too. I absolutely love it. So I would imagine, Joey, that if you got the chance to actually have like one-on-one contact with any big cat, you would love to.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
A leopard.
I know, right? Oh my gosh. So if you bring in all these books home with you about big cats, I bet you learn lots of new information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Because I learned something new recently. Apparently, black panthers aren't solid black. They still have this like marking on them.
Oh,
know that recently. It's fascinating. It really, really is. Amanda and Joey, you have been absolutely amazing.
Did you watch this? There is a movie called Pink Panther.
I've watched it.
The new one that's out in the theater now. Okay.
Oh no, I haven't. I didn't know there was a new one.
I want to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Joey, you'll have to send me a little message and let me know what you think of it when you see it.
Okay.
Would that be all right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's fantastic. Amanda and Joey, you've been absolutely a pleasure to chat to. You really, really have. It's been absolutely wonderful. Would you come back again in the future and do another interview with me, both of you?
Sure. Thank you. We appreciate it. Do you want to come again?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can have little brother on next time.
That would be fabulous. That would be absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much for being my guest today and chatting with us so openly about everything. Now we will get more people coming on later on to view the author interview who can't join us live. If you wouldn't mind, would you be okay to answer any other questions that come up over the next week? Because I'm sure that as the interview gets shared, other parents and maybe, older children or whatever might want to ask questions and get in contact with Joey and send them a little question or whatever. So if you wouldn't mind answering questions, that would be absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, pleasure.
That would be wonderful because we have such a fantastic community here. And thank you everybody who's watched. Don't forget to share Amanda and Joey's interview so you can get entered into winning the beautiful signed paperback, and it's signed by Amanda and Joey, so you get both of their signatures in there, and you have until next Thursday, until my next author interview, to win. So the more shares, the more entries you will get. So thank you everybody for spending some time with us today. I think you're both wonderful.
Thank you.
I do, and hopefully we can do this again soon, and we'll have both brothers joining us.
Sounds good.
Wonderful.
Appreciate you talking with us.
That would be lovely. Thank you, everybody, and don't forget to join us next week for the Witty Writers Show. It's been absolute pleasure. We will see you all again soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.